Disney Horror Stories. The happiest place on Earth. One day, a family visited Disneyland, a regular outing full of smiles and laughter. However, the joy turned to horror when they went for the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. They experienced every scene just as they should until they found a new one, eerily lifelike, depicting a pirate attacking a man. They got off, shook, and reported the scene, only to be told that no such scene existed. On their way out, they saw a news alert about a missing park employee, and the image shown was the man they saw being attacked on the ride. Beyond the gates, Ella, a Disneyland employee, had heard tales of restricted zones, which no employee dared to venture into. One night, she mustered the courage and slipped into one. She found herself in an old, decrepit Disneyland replica, filled with animatronics that looked oddly lifelike. She recognized some of them as former employees who had disappeared over the years. As she turned to leave, the entrance disappeared, and the animatronic's eyes started to glow, revealing her trapped in a horrifying echo of Disneyland, with herself as the next animatronic. A night at the Tower of Terror, a group of friends, eager for a thrill, decided to sneak into Disneyland after hours. They chose the Tower of Terror as their first ride. As they ascended and descended in the darkness, they began to hear whispers and spectral apparitions flicker it around them. When the ride finally stopped, they found themselves in the same year the fictional story is set, 1939. In their desire for an adrenaline rush, they became a part of the very tale they sought to explore. Mickey's Ghost Town. To celebrate Disneyland's anniversary, the park arranged an overnight stay. Families filled the park, relishing the magic of Disneyland under the moonlight. As midnight approached, they found themselves in a deserted town with no employees, rides operating on their own, and Mickey and friends walking aimlessly, their eyes vacant. The park wasn't celebrating an anniversary. It was reliving its past, trapping the visitors in an endless night of haunting loneliness. The Lost Track, Space Mountain, a star attraction at Disney, housed a terrifying secret. Occasionally, the ride would glitch, diverting carts onto a different, hidden track. On this track, riders would experience a ghastly journey, with scenes of alien creatures and tormented astronauts. Some claimed they even felt cold hands touching them. On returning, they'd be disoriented, their hair turned white, refusing to speak of what they saw. However, whenever officials inspected the ride, they could never find the supposed alternate track. McDonald's, the last drive-thru. In a small town, the local McDonald's had a reputation. At night, the drive-thru seemed to shift into a nightmarish alternative. Customers claimed to receive orders from figures wearing old, outdated uniforms, their smiles too wide, eyes empty. But the most horrifying part was the food itself, eerily perfect. It tasted nothing like it should, leaving a cold, metallic aftertaste. Those who consumed it fell terribly ill, and some were never seen again. The Ronald McDonald Statue. In one McDonald's play place, children started reporting strange incidents. They claimed that the Ronald McDonald statue moved when no one was looking, its eyes following them. Parents dismissed these as childhood fantasies until one day, a child went missing. The last footage showed him sitting next to the Ronald statue, which seemed to be slightly turned towards him. The fry cook's tale. John, a fry cook at McDonald's, began noticing something odd. Each night, at precisely 3:03 a.m., the fryer would turn on by itself. One night, he decided to stay and figure out what was happening. As the clock struck 3:03, the fryer sprang to life, and John saw an apparition of a former employee who had accidentally died in a fryer mishap. The ghost seemed to be stuck in a loop, reliving his final moments, with John as a helpless witness. The McCursed Meal. A limited edition Happy Meal was released at a McDonald's branch for Halloween, complete with a little toy figurine. However, anyone who bought this meal started experiencing terrifying hallucinations. They saw monstrous figures lurking in their periphery, heard eerie whispers, and felt an inexplicable chill. The source of the haunting was traced back to the figurine, a cute clown with a sinister aura. The Golden Arches. In a deserted McDonald's, the glowing golden arches acted as a beacon for lost souls. Once a bustling restaurant, it was now abandoned due to frequent inexplicable mishaps. But at night, spectral figures could be seen, reliving their happier moments, and anyone who dared to enter was trapped in this endless loop of apparitional revelry. A permanent happy hour for the souls stuck between this world and the next. Wendy's. The Wendy's After Hours. Every night, after the last customer left and the workers went home, something eerie occurred at Wendy's. The lights would flicker back on, and unseen hands would start preparing orders. The security cameras captured phantom silhouettes moving about, flipping burgers on the grill, and taking orders from no one. Any food left behind in the morning was stone cold but perfectly made, an unsettling reminder of the nocturnal visitors. Wendy's lost employee. A particular Wendy's restaurant had been haunted by the legend of a lost employee. In the 1980s, an employee disappeared during her night shift, never to be found. Ever since, employees reported seeing her reflection in the kitchen equipment and hearing distant cries for help. An investigation revealed a secret basement under the restaurant, with a time-worn uniform and the employee's ID, validating the chilling legend. Frosty's Revenge. At a remote Wendy's location, the Frosty machine was said to be cursed. It only worked sporadically and made strange noises. Customers who managed to get a Frosty reported feeling extremely cold and seeing a mysterious figure reflected in their spoon. This figure, a disgruntled former employee, had perished in a freak accident involving the same Frosty machine. He was now seeking revenge, casting an icy pall over the restaurant. Dave's secret recipe. Rumors circulated that Dave Thomas, Wendy's founder, had a secret recipe locked in a hidden room in one of the original Wendy's outlets. An adventurous group of teens decided to uncover this secret, only to find a horrifying truth. Dave had a pact with a dark entity, to which he owed the restaurant chain's success. In the hidden room, they found an ancient book of dark recipes, and the moment they read the contents aloud, they unleashed an ancient horror into the restaurant. Wendy's portrait. The iconic Wendy's girl, with her red braids and freckles, watched over every outlet from her framed portrait. However, in one particular outlet, customers reported feeling uneasy, like they were being watched. Some even claimed they saw Wendy's eyes moving, following them as they ate. Late at night, the portrait was said to whisper lullabies, luring unsuspecting victims into a deep, unnerving sleep, from which they woke up with no memory of their visit to the restaurant. Walmart. The Lost Aisles. In one of the country's largest Walmart stores, shoppers whispered about certain aisles vanishing and reappearing. Customers who wandered into these lost aisles found products long discontinued or not yet released. If they purchased something and left the aisle, they found themselves outside the store, and the time would have advanced several hours or even days. The Walmart greeter. A particular Walmart outlet had a greeter who'd been there as long as anyone could remember. The elderly man always wore a smile and welcomed everyone. One day, news came that he'd passed away. However, people reported still seeing him at the entrance, greeting customers. And eerily, anyone he welcomed started experiencing extreme bad luck, as if being marked by the spectral greeter. The Warehouse Beyond. Walmart's vast warehouse was rumored to be a labyrinth where not just boxes, but people got lost. Employees who ventured deep into it reported hearing strange noises, feeling as if they were being watched, and seeing figures in their peripheral vision. Some who went missing were found wandering days later, with no memory of their time lost in the warehouse. the 24/7 outlet. A Walmart outlet, known for its 24/7 service, attracted people at all hours. However, those who shopped between 3 to 4 a.m. claimed their shopping experience was different. The lighting was a little darker, the music a bit slower, and the few customers and staff around seemed strangely out of place, like characters from different eras. It was as if the store was stuck in a temporal anomaly for that 1 hour. The haunted toy section. The toy section in a local Walmart was popular among kids until rumors spread that it was haunted. Shoppers reported toys moving on their own, eerie laughter, and children's footsteps when no one was around. The CCTV footage showed a childlike figure wandering the section at night. The haunting escalated when kids started going missing, only to be found in the toy section, scared and muttering about a boy who wanted to play forever. Pizza Hut delivery story. The Phantom Delivery Driver. Pizza Hut began receiving calls from customers about a mysterious delivery driver who always arrived exactly at midnight. He was dressed in an old Pizza Hut uniform, his face obscured by shadows. The pizza he delivered was delicious, but left people feeling unusually tired and forgetful. Upon waking, they couldn't remember anything from the night before, and their phone records showed no pizza delivery order. The unwanted topping. One night, a group of friends ordered their usual from Pizza Hut, a large meat lover's pizza. However, when it arrived, there was an extra topping that they didn't recognize. It was a unique, metallic-tasting ingredient that left them feeling nauseous and disoriented. When they called the store, they were informed no such order had been placed that night, leaving them questioning what or who had delivered the pizza. The never-ending delivery. A new delivery boy at Pizza Hut started getting the same address for delivery every night, an old, dilapidated house where a kindly old woman lived. She always tipped him generously. One night, he mentioned this to his manager, who turned pale. The address used to be a regular customer's until she passed away years ago. Checking their system, they found no orders from that address. The 3 a.m. order. A Pizza Hut outlet started receiving orders at 3 a.m. from an unknown number. The order was always the same, a cheese pizza. When the delivery driver reached the address, it was an abandoned building. Despite this, they could hear a child's laughter echoing from within, and a small voice saying, "Pizza's here!" before the door creaked open, revealing an empty room, the laughter echoing eerily. The haunted stuffed crust. Pizza Hut introduced a new stuffed crust pizza. It was a hit, except for a few deliveries. The customers who consumed it began to hallucinate, seeing terrifying, shadowy figures and hearing whispered threats. An investigation revealed that a disgruntled former employee had cursed the new recipe, turning the stuffed crust pizza into a terrifying paranormal experience for those who dared to eat it. Target horror stories, the hidden section. At a large Target store, there were rumors of a mysterious section that only appeared to certain customers. This section carried items from people's past and future, things they had lost, or things they didn't yet know they needed. Purchasing from this section could lead to bizarre incidents. One woman found an old music box she had lost as a child. Upon winding it, she was transported back to her childhood home, facing her childhood fears once more. The Night Watchman. A new night watchman at a Target store started reporting odd occurrences during his shift. Items would fall off shelves, mannequins would change positions, and he would hear strange noises. The scariest incident was when he saw a ghostly figure of a previous watchman who had died on duty. The figure would roam the aisles, continuing his work in death as he had done in life. The clearance sale. A Target store announced a massive clearance sale. People flocked to the store and grabbed all they could. However, the shoppers soon realized that the items they bought were cursed. Electronics would glitch and show disturbing images. Clothes would change sizes or textures, and toys would move on their own. The clearance sale wasn't a generous discount. It was a clearance of haunted items. The lost child. A mother lost track of her child in a Target store. After a frantic search, the child was found in the toy section, playing with an old, dust-covered doll. The child insisted on taking the doll home, but soon, strange things started happening. The doll would move on its own and whisper in the child's ear, and the child started behaving oddly, speaking in a language she had never learned. The doll wasn't just a toy, it was a vessel for something darker. The fitting room customers reported feeling extremely uncomfortable in one of the fitting rooms at a Target store. They could hear whispering voices and feel a chill in the air. The mirrors would fog up, revealing ghostly messages. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the store was built on an old asylum, and the fitting room was situated exactly where the isolation cell had been, leading to an eerie overlap of the past and present. Dark web horror stories, the untraceable purchase. A curious teenager decided to explore the dark web despite numerous warnings. He ended up buying a seemingly harmless antique from an anonymous seller. Upon receiving the package, he discovered an ancient artifact that caused a string of unfortunate events. Shadows followed him, and strange symbols started appearing in his home. He tried to send it back, but the seller had vanished, leaving him with a cursed object. The site that knows too much. An investigative journalist delved into the dark web for a story. She stumbled upon a peculiar site that seemed to know too much about its visitors. As she navigated it, the site revealed intimate details about her life, including secrets she'd never shared. It knew her fears and began to exploit them, sending her terrifying messages and images. She disconnected, but it was too late. The site knew her, and there was no escape. The Game of Torment. A group of friends found a game on the dark web that promised a thrilling experience. It was a simple text-based game where you navigated a virtual haunted house. However, as they played, the game started affecting their reality. The haunting described in the game started happening in their homes. Their only way out was to complete the game, but with each level, the horror escalated, blurring the line between virtual and reality. The Dark Auction. A young man, lured by the dark web's allure, attended a live-streamed auction where items of mysterious origins were sold. He impulsively bid on and won a plain-looking lockbox. When it arrived, he opened it to reveal a collection of old photos, all of different people, but with their faces scratched out. Soon after, he began to see these faceless people in his dreams, and then in his waking life. The anonymous help. A woman, desperate to get rid of an unseen entity haunting her house, sought help on a dark web forum. An anonymous user offered assistance, providing her with a ritual. Following the steps, she unknowingly invited an even darker force into her home. The entity she wanted to be rid of was a protector, trying to keep the darker force at bay. Now, it was too late. She had let the true darkness in. Twitter horror stories. The never-ending thread. A popular Twitter user started a thread sharing eerie, unexplained personal experiences. The thread went viral, and others started adding their own stories. However, anyone who interacted with the thread began experiencing disturbing events, similar to those shared in the tweets. The thread seemed to act as a curse, making the fears expressed in the stories a reality for those who dared to participate. The ghost follower. A social media influencer noticed a new follower, an account with 0 tweets and no followers. This account only liked 1 tweet each night, always at 3:33 a.m. Each liked tweet corresponded to an eerie event in the influencer's life the following day. When they tried to block the account, they found out it was not listed among their followers, yet the likes at 3:33 a.m. continued. The DM from beyond. The teenager received a direct message from her best friend's Twitter account, containing a simple, "Hello, It would have been a regular occurrence, if not for the fact that her friend had tragically passed away a week earlier. The messages continued, getting more personal, even mentioning things that had happened after her friend's death. The account seemed to have taken a life of its own, creating a digital ghost. The hashtag haunting. A creepy new hashtag started trending on Twitter. Users who used this hashtag in their tweets reported strange occurrences, screens flickering, devices malfunctioning, and an unshakable feeling of being watched. Soon, tweets under the hashtag became predictions of unsettling events, all of which came true. Using the hashtag didn't just mean participating in a trend, it was an invitation to a paranormal presence. The mysterious profile. A strange Twitter profile caught the attention of users. It only tweeted coordinates and times. Some curious users decided to explore these locations at the specified times, only to find themselves in situations straight out of horror stories. Abandoned buildings with eerie presences, forests with strange lights, and roads leading to nowhere. The account, it seemed, was a guide to the most haunted places at their most active times. Facebook horror stories. The friend request. A woman received a friend request from a man she didn't recognize, but they had many mutual friends, so she accepted. She started noticing strange coincidences between her life and the man's posts. Things she'd done during the day, he would post about, as if he was mirroring her life. When she decided to unfriend him, she discovered his account was gone, but the posts about her life continued to appear on her timeline. The haunted group. A group of friends created a private Facebook group to share inside jokes and memories. However, posts started appearing from an anonymous account, photos from their past that only they should have, dark secrets they'd never shared, and predictions that eerily came true. The friends tried to delete the group, but it always reappeared, haunted by an entity that knew them too well. The Echo profile. A young man found a Facebook profile identical to his, down to the most recent status updates and photos. The doppelganger account started predicting his actions in posts, and they started to come true, making him feel like he was losing control over his life. In a desperate move, he deleted his account, but his digital twin lived on, continuing to script his life in a terrifying echo. The vanishing memories. People started noticing their photos and posts were vanishing from Facebook. Memories from years ago, important milestones, and even recent updates disappeared without a trace. As the virtual memories faded, so did their real-life ones. It was as if Facebook was sucking memories out of their lives. By the time they realized what was happening, they had lost years' worth of memories, trapped somewhere in the digital void. The live stream from beyond. A popular Facebook live streamer was filming at an abandoned location known for paranormal activity. Midstream, he vanished, leaving the camera running. Viewers could see strange apparitions and hear eerie noises, but there was no sign of the streamer. His Facebook account started posting cryptic messages, adding to the mystery. Despite extensive searches, he was never found, and his last live stream became a chilling digital footprint. Taco Bell horror stories. The Midnight Taco. A Taco Bell outlet, open till the early hours, was known for its midnight taco. However, those who consumed this late-night delicacy reported unsettling dreams about being trapped in an endless Taco Bell restaurant. Some claimed to wake up with the taste of the taco still in their mouths and the strange feeling that they were still in the dream, unable to wake up. The Phantom Employee. Employees at a Taco Bell store started noticing an extra person during their shifts, helping them with tasks. They could never clearly see this individual, but would feel their presence and see evidence of their work. However, when customers came to thank the helpful employee, they found no one fitting the description. The Phantom Employee wasn't part of the staff, but they were part of the store, seemingly tied to it even beyond life. The Haunted Hot Sauce. Taco Bell introduced a new hot sauce, which quickly became popular for its unique flavor. However, customers who used it started experiencing strange occurrences. They'd see ghostly figures, objects would move on their own, and they'd feel an unexplainable chill. The sauce, it seemed, was not just hot, it was haunted. The drive-thru that wasn't there. A group of friends drove to a Taco Bell drive-thru late at night, placed their order, and collected their food. However, when they returned to the same location the next day, there was no drive-thru, and the employees denied its existence. Yet, they still had the Taco Bell wrappers from the previous night, a chilling souvenir from a place that supposedly didn't exist. The Forgotten Recipe. An old Taco Bell restaurant was reopened, and a long-forgotten recipe was discovered. The manager decided to put the ghost taco on the menu. It was an instant hit, but those who ate it started seeing apparitions. They would hear whispers and feel a presence around them. The ghost taco, it turned out, had more than just a thematic name. It was a spectral conduit. Starbucks horror stories. The mystery of the missing names. Starbucks baristas are known for writing customers' names on cups. However, at one location, customers started noticing their names were missing after they got their orders. Instead, the cups had cryptic messages and warnings, which oddly began to come true. The baristas swore they wrote the names, but the messages appeared nonetheless, turning a coffee run into a frightening prophecy. The ghostly blend. Starbucks introduced a new blend called Ghost Roast as a Halloween special. Customers who tried this coffee reported seeing ghostly apparitions and experiencing strange occurrences. Lights would flicker, temperatures would drop, and an eerie feeling would overcome them. The Ghost Roast was more than just a clever name. It seemed to open a door to the other side. The Haunted Store. A Starbucks store built on an old cemetery was rumored to be haunted. Customers and employees reported moving objects, strange noises, and spectral figures. The most chilling occurrence was the store's sound system, randomly playing an old, scratchy recording of a funeral march late at night. The Starbucks store wasn't just serving coffee, it was serving up scares. The Phantom Barista. A Starbucks barista who tragically died in an accident was reported to still be serving at his store. Regular customers would occasionally get their favorite order without having to say a word, exactly how the deceased barista used to make it. Some even claimed to see him at his usual spot behind the counter, a comforting yet chilling reminder of the friend they lost. The Bewitched Brew. Customers at a particular Starbucks store started experiencing odd side effects after consuming their drinks. They'd hear whispers, have vivid nightmares, and feel an unexplainable chill. Investigation revealed that a disgruntled ex-employee, rumored to be involved in dark arts, had cursed the coffee beans. The store was unknowingly serving bewitched brew, turning a simple coffee drink into a spine-chilling experience. Snapchat horror stories, the ghost filter. Snapchat introduced a new filter, the Phantom. Users loved it for the eerie effect it created. However, some users started reporting a strange figure appearing in the background whenever they used it. No one else could see this figure, but it appeared clear as day on Snapchat, growing closer with each use, making the Phantom a terrifyingly real experience. The Haunted Account. A Snapchat account started sending chilling messages to users, describing their actions in real time. Even after blocking the account, the messages continued, turning the app into a surveillance tool for an unseen entity. The haunted account wasn't just invading their privacy, it was watching, always. The Vanishing Snap. A group of friends received a snap from their friend, showing a door with the text, "I'm going in." They thought it was a joke until they found out their friend had gone missing. The only clue to his disappearance was the snap, and the door didn't match any in his house. His last snap was not a random photo, it was a chilling glimpse into his sudden disappearance. The cursed streak. Two best friends maintained a record Snapchat streak. However, strange things began happening around them. Accidents, illnesses, bad luck. They tried to break the streak, thinking it was cursed, but they couldn't. Their snaps wouldn't be sent to anyone else, and their screens showed only their streak. The Snapchat streak had become a chain, binding them to their endless misfortunes. The spectral Bitmoji. A Snapchat user customized her Bitmoji and was amused to see it mimicking her movements. However, she soon noticed it would sometimes move independently. It began to act out strange rituals and motions, seemingly trying to communicate with her. When she tried to delete the Bitmoji, her Snapchat crashed. Upon a reopening, the Bitmoji returned, continuing its unsettling performance, turning the fun avatar into a disturbing puppet. TikTok horror stories. The Haunting Dance Challenge. A new dance challenge went viral on TikTok. The moves were intriguing, and the tune was catchy, but users who recreated it started experiencing strange phenomena. Unseen hands tugging at them, whispering voices in the middle of the night, and an eerie feeling of being watched. The dance, it seemed, was more than a trend. It was a summoning ritual for something unseen. The Sinister Duet. A TikToker became famous for his duet videos where he'd interact with other users' content. One day, he duetted with a video of a girl who seemed terrified, claiming her house was haunted. As he jokingly mimicked her expressions, he started noticing strange occurrences in his own home. It appeared that the haunting had crossed through the digital realm via their duet, turning his mockery into a chilling reality. The Countdown TikTok. A mysterious TikTok account started posting videos of a countdown. No one knew what the countdown was for, but those who watched it reported feeling a sense of impending doom. When the countdown ended, viewers reported witnessing disturbing paranormal activities, as if watching the videos invited something malevolent into their homes. The Eerie Echo. A TikToker posted a video of her singing a melancholic old song. It was beautiful and haunting, and it became very popular. However, viewers started hearing the song at odd times, echoing around them, even when they weren't on TikTok. It seemed the song had left the confines of the app, becoming a chilling soundtrack in their lives. The Faceless Follower. A popular TikToker noticed a new follower, whose account was filled with videos, but every video was pitch black and silent. However, the follower count on this account kept increasing. Users who followed the account reported their TikTok being flooded with these black videos, drowning out everything else. And in their everyday lives, they felt a constant sense of being followed, of something lurking just out of sight. You guys are the best. Thank you for all your support, and comment below if you had a scary or creepy experience. Also, make sure you stab that like button. And if you like these stories, check out this creepy story right here.